Welcome to the Checkout Point, your quick dive into this week's e-commerce buzz with me, Alex, powered by Blicket. These 20 minutes pack the latest trends, news, and insights. Let's navigate the digital marketplace together. Ready? Let's go!
What's up, everyone? You're tuning into the Checkout Point by Blicket.co, where we dish out the freshest e-commerce trends and strategies every week. I'm Max, coming to you slightly over-caffeinated as usual.
And I'm Rachel, thrilled to be here, especially since it's week 25 and we've got a great show lined up for you today. How's your week been going, Max?
Oh, it's been buzzing, Rachel. Especially since Blicket.co just rolled out their new website. Have you seen it? It's sleek, clean, totally screams Scandinavian vibes. They've really taken that $150 million framework to a whole new level.
Absolutely, it's fantastic. Adds a whole new flair to our daily scrolls, doesn't it? I'm so proud of what the team has accomplished. Speaking of accomplishments, I'm super excited that we just published that blog post about how customer segmentation can transform your e-commerce UX and email strategy. Can't wait to dive into it later in the show.
Oh yeah, that's a game changer for sure. But first up, we're talking about customer segmentation and how it's not just a buzzword. It's your secret weapon in e-commerce. We'll break down actionable insights from our blog post and see these strategies in real action on our shiny new website.
Then we've got a segment that's buzzing with innovation, literally. We're diving into how AI and cutting-edge tech like cryptocurrencies are turning the e-commerce world upside down. Think AI baristas and smart shipping. Sounds like the future is already here.
And speaking of the future, don't miss out as we explore major moves by giants like Shopify and Amazon. They're not just dipping their toes, but diving headfirst into digital currencies and technologies that are set to revolutionize how we shop online.
It's a packed episode, and whether you're a newbie or a seasoned pro, there's something here for everyone. So, stick with us, and let's decode these digital mysteries together.
Can't think of a better way to spend the day. Let's get to it, shall we? Hey, Rachel, have you ever thought about the magic of not sending the same email to everyone on your list?
Oh, Max, you're preaching to the choir. It's like getting a one-size-fits-all shirt. It never fits right.
Exactly. And that's why today I'm super excited to chat about our latest blog post on Blicket. Brand new, fresh off the press. It's called How Customer Segmentation Can Transform Your E-commerce UX and Email Strategy. It's one of those reads that just clicks the moment you dive into it.
I love that one, Max. It really breaks down why that old-school spray-and-pray email method needs to retire. I mean, when was the last time sending the same message to every single customer actually worked, right?
Probably around the time flip phones were cool. But seriously, the post does a great job of explaining how segmentation isn't just about marketing smarter. It's about respecting your customers' unique needs and preferences.
Absolutely, and one of the key points it discussed was using data effectively. Like, you can't really know what different segments of your audience want unless you look at the data, what they browse, purchase history, even how they interact with your emails.
Speaking of data, another fantastic part is where the post delves into tailoring user experiences on websites. It's not just about emails, right? If someone visits your site and it feels like it's crafted just for their needs, they're so much more likely to stick around and convert.
I couldn't agree more. And it ties right back to our new website revamp at Blicket. We've brought in that sleek Scandinavian vibe, haven't we? It really reflects our roots better and addresses user experiences in that clear and accessible way.
Oh, it's a breath of fresh air. Listeners, if you haven't checked it out yet, you should see the new interface. There's a lot of the segmentation strategy from our blog post in action right there.
Plus, who wouldn't want a sneak peek at how a $150 million framework operates? But jokes aside, no matter how big or small your e-commerce business is, understanding how to segment your audience can revolutionize your connection with customers.
So true, Rachel. That tailored experience makes customers feel valued and understood. I think the blog post does such a good job highlighting actionable steps to start segmenting effectively without feeling overwhelmed.
Yup. And it even talks about starting small, testing segments with something as simple as geographic location or past purchase behavior before diving into more complex data. It's all about taking that first step.
For everyone listening, you'll definitely want to check out the full post to get those rich insights. Plus, There are some examples that illustrate the points perfectly. Just head over to blicket.co. It's a game changer for anyone in e-commerce or thinking about how to up their email game.
Absolutely. And while you're there, enjoy browsing our new website. It's like a mini tutorial in customer-centric design.
Couldn't have said it better myself, Rachel. All right, let's keep the great content rolling. What's next on the agenda? All right, so hopping straight into it from customer segmentation, it looks like AI is the secret sauce for what's next in the e-commerce game, right?
It really seems that way. Just look at Starbucks. They're now rolling out this generative AI tool for their associates. It's like every barista's new best friend. Super cool, huh?
Absolutely, it's like giving them a Jarvis from Iron Man to help whip up those pumpkin spice lattes even faster. But I'm curious, how exactly do they plan to use it?
Well, from what I gather, it seems like it could handle everything from managing inventory to maybe even suggesting personalized upselling strategies. It's all about making processes smoother and, ultimately improving that customer cuppa experience.
That's a perfect tie back to what we were talking about earlier with customer segmentation. So, this AI could help tailor the customer experience right when you order. Game changer.
Exactly. And speaking of tailoring experiences, Shopify isn't sitting back either. They've launched early access to stablecoin payments via USDC. That's a cryptocurrency tied to the US dollar for anyone scratching their head.
Oh, diving into crypto, huh? That's like turning your e-commerce platform into a high-tech treasure chest.
It really is, but I'm not entirely convinced yet. I mean, adding crypto payments is flashy, but how many people are out there ready to buy their socks and hoodies with digital coins?
Fair point, but consider the younger crowd who are all about that digital currency life. It could actually be a big draw for tech-savvy shoppers.
That's a good point, and it's all about options, right? More ways to pay could mean more ways to play in the e-commerce sandbox.
Speaking of playing, Amazon isn't exactly building sandcastles here. They're rolling out these 3 AI-based delivery support solutions. Check this out. It's like having a GPS that doesn't just tell you where to go, but also plans your route based on real-time data, like traffic and weather.
Wait, seriously? So it's essentially optimizing how they deliver? That's pretty wild.
Right? It's like giving their delivery drivers their very own crystal ball. Oh, look, there's a traffic jam around the corner. Nope, let's avoid that.
Honestly, that integration could seriously cut down on waiting times. Nothing worse than your package taking a detour.
And that connects neatly with business efficiency, right? Speaking of, in our next segment, we're going to dive into e-commerce business strategies. Specifically, why you shouldn't exit for the wrong reasons.
Oh, can't wait. That's going to tie in all these advancements like AI and automation, showing just how crucial staying updated with technology is for business strategies.
Totally. It's one thing to jump on the tech bandwagon because it sounds cool, but another to really understand how it fits into your business model.
Exactly. And who knows, maybe we'll get to see e-commerce stores run entirely by AI in the future. No more humans fumbling around warehouses, just robots and AI systems working in harmony.
An e-commerce symphony, if you will. Cue the futuristic music.
Exactly. And with that, I think we've managed to cover quite a bit about how AI is really reshaping e-commerce.
Okay, so building off our chat about AI and e-commerce, like that Starbucks generative tool thing, let's shift gears to some juicy news in e-commerce business strategies. Rachel, did you see the buzz about Shopify's stock jumping?
Oh, I did, Max. It's like every time I blink, Shopify's making another leap. What's the scoop there?
Right? So the big news is that Shopify's working on integrating USDC payments via their platform base. That's a kind of digital dollar for those catching up. Shopify seems all in on this crypto angle, huh?
Wait, seriously? That's super cool, but also kind of daunting, right? I mean, using crypto instead of regular money sounds like something from a sci-fi movie.
Exactly. It's almost like shopping with Star Trek credits. But here's the deal. It's not just about being futuristic. This is potentially a game changer for reducing transaction fees and speeding up payments. Imagine buying your favorite skateboards or hoodies without the pesky wait for payment processing.
That reminds me, didn't we just talk about AI making things faster for Starbucks? Looks like fast and streamlined is the new trend everywhere.
You nailed it. And speaking of trends, this dovetails right into what we're talking about next with e-commerce payment innovations. Shopify isn't just stopping at USDC. They're diving deep with partners like Coinbase and Stripe.
I see your point, but here's what I'm wondering. How secure is all this? I mean, digital currencies are cool, but they're also a bit like the Wild West.
Great point. Security is definitely a huge part of the convo. But think about how this could make online shopping easier, not just for us here, but globally. No messing with exchange rates or international fees.
True, true. So, shifting gears a bit, wasn't there also something about Amazon in the mix here?
Yes, Amazon's stepping up to the plate too. They're weaving USDC into their checkout systems. It's like the giants are racing to the future.
Honestly, it's a bit mind blowing. E commerce isn't just about selling and buying anymore, it's about how innovatively and swiftly you can move money.
Exactly. And hey, remember our previous segment where we discussed exiting a business for the right reasons in e-commerce? It makes you think, with all these advancements, the landscape's really morphing.
Absolutely. It's not just about having great products now, it's about how smoothly you can handle the transactions and keep up with tech. Exiting because you can't keep up would really be exiting for the wrong reasons.
Sadly, but also a bit humorously, exiting because you're still stuck in the 20th century with your cash register would be like showing up to a hoverboard race with a tricycle.
That would be quite the sight at the starting line. But on a serious note, adapting is key. Those who evolve with these trends are definitely going to lead the pack.
Couldn't agree more. And for any of our younger listeners thinking about getting into e-commerce, this is your playground. Innovations, tech, it's all happening right now. Dive in and maybe you'll be the next big name we talk about on our show.
For sure. And maybe even come up with a new way to use those sci-fi credits, right?
Absolutely. Count me in as your first customer if you're selling virtual space snacks or something.
Deal. And with that, let's keep an eye on how these payment innovations really start shaping the shopping experience.
Okay, so jumping straight in from our last talk about e-commerce business strategies, there's some super cool news buzzing around that totally changes the game for online shopping.
Oh, you mean the Shopify partnering up with Coinbase and Stripe to roll out stablecoin payments, right? I was just reading about that, and it's pretty fascinating stuff.
Exactly. Check this out. Shopify is not just dipping its toes, but actually diving into the world of cryptocurrencies by integrating USDC, a type of stablecoin, with the help of giants like Coinbase and Stripe. It's like when you level up in a video game, but for shopping.
That reminds me, can you break down what a stablecoin is for all of us not-so-crypto-savvy folks?
Sure thing, Rachel. Imagine you have a dollar that loves to play dress up as digital currency. That's sort of what a stablecoin is. It's pegged to traditional money like the US dollar, so it keeps its value stable, unlike Bitcoin, which can jump up and down like a pogo stick.
Ha, love that analogy. So it's like digital money, but feels as reliable as the coins jingling in your pocket. But here's what I'm wondering. How does this change the shopping experience for someone like, say, a middle schooler wanting to buy a new skateboard online?
Great question. So, for the younger crowd who might not have credit cards yet, this could be a game changer. Imagine using allowance money turned into digital dollars, securely saved up in a crypto wallet. No more begging parents to use their cards.
I see your point, but honestly, I'm not entirely convinced yet. It sounds a bit complicated, having to convert your cash into crypto before you can shop.
I hear you, but think about it this way. It's like exchanging money before a trip abroad, getting your dollars into euros or yen. Once you set it up, you're good to go, and it might even be safer and faster than traditional ways.
That's a good point, Max. Any idea how Shopify makes sure this is all secure? Especially important for our younger shoppers, right?
Absolutely. Shopify's working with Stripe and Coinbase here, which are like the big bouncers at a concert. They're there to make sure all transactions are secure and that everyone plays by the rules, digitally speaking.
Got it. And talking about playing by the rules, this ties back to our previous segment on e-commerce strategies, where trust and security were highlighted as top priorities for shoppers.
Right? It's all about making shopping as smooth as playlist shuffling on music apps. Just hit play and relax.
Definitely. And speaking of relaxing, I just have to jump in here and say, isn't it amazing how shopping is evolving into something you can do from your couch, halfway around the world, with just a few taps on your phone? It's like magic.
Totally, it's super cool. Like teleporting your goods to your doorstep. And talk about exciting, what's coming next in our podcast is just as thrilling.
Oh, right. We're diving deeper into Shopify's updates in the next segment, aren't we? Should be interesting to see how all these innovations stack up.
For sure, it's going to be exciting to see how these changes impact, not just how we shop, but how businesses grow and adapt in this digital age. Stay tuned. All right, diving right in from where we just left off with e-commerce payment innovations, Shopify isn't just dipping its toes, but basically doing a cannonball into the stablecoin pool. They've teamed up with Coinbase and Stripe to introduce USDC stablecoin payments.
Yes, and it's fascinating because this isn't just about adding another payment option. It's about Shopify embracing a whole new digital currency ecosystem. I mean, stablecoins like USDC are pegged to the US dollar, so they're less volatile than other cryptocurrencies.
Exactly. For anyone scratching their heads wondering, wait, what's a stablecoin again? Imagine you've got a wild party animal cryptocurrency like Bitcoin, and then you've got its more stable, predictable cousin, USDC. It keeps things steady because it's tied to the dollar. Super cool for businesses, right?
I get that, but here's what I'm wondering, Max. How do you convince a bunch of businesses, especially smaller ones, to start accepting this kind of payment? It sounds a bit futuristic, doesn't it?
That's a legit point. But think about it. Shopify's not throwing their merchants into the deep end without a life jacket. They're launching early access to this on base, which is kind of their playground for trying out new features. It's like when you try a sample at an ice cream shop before you decide on the flavor.
Oh, I love that analogy. Taste testing before you buy. So they basically let businesses dip their toes in without fully committing to the whole stablecoin shebang. But Max, honestly, why should businesses even consider jumping on this bandwagon?
Well, Rachel, let's break it down. Lower transaction fees, faster processing times, and it's borderless. If you're an online store, this could be a game changer. No more worrying about currency exchange rates or hefty fees. Imagine selling your funky t-shirts or homemade candles, not just locally, but around the globe. Smooth as silk transactions.
That's a compelling point. Plus, with companies like Coinbase and Stripe in the mix, it feels a bit more reassuring. They're like the big, trustworthy siblings guiding Shopify through the land of crypto, right?
Spot on. Though I'm curious to see how they'll tackle the inevitable hiccups that come with new technologies. There's always that adjustment period.
Definitely. And speaking of adjustments, this ties seamlessly into our next segment about marketing and merchandising. If you're using new payment methods, you've got to adjust how you market them to customers.
Right? Imagine the kind of content businesses could create around this. Step into the future with our products. Now accepting digital dollars. Sounds pretty snazzy for a marketing campaign.
I like the sound of that, Max. It'll be interesting to see which businesses take the leap and how they leverage it in their branding. Merchants have a new story to tell, and storytelling is key in marketing.
Absolutely, Rachel. And speaking of stories, that's a perfect little teaser right there for our next discussion about innovative content marketing ideas. But till then, let's keep our eyes peeled to see how Shopify's new payment adventure unfolds.
Can't wait to see what's next. All right, let's keep this digital currency conversation rolling.
All right, shifting gears from our Shopify chat, let's dive into something super cool, brewing in the e-commerce marketing world. I just read about Pinterest's latest move. They're hosting shopping content from LTK influencers. This could be a big game changer, don't you think?
Oh, absolutely, Max. I was just thinking about how platforms are increasingly blending social media with shopping experiences. Pinterest hopping on this train isn't surprising, but it's fascinating to see them utilize influencer content like this. It kind of blurs the lines between just browsing and actual shopping.
Yeah, and imagine being a teen scrolling through Pinterest only to find your favorite fashion icons' recommended products just a click away. Talk about impulse buying made easy.
Right? But here's what I'm wondering. How does it impact the creators? It sounds like a huge opportunity for influencers to reach a wider audience, don't you think?
Exactly. It's like hitting a marketing home run. You get visibility, and the platform gets more engagement. Plus, the use of influencer content also adds this layer of trust. If your favorite influencer suggests something, you might be more inclined to check it out.
Speaking of checking new things out, let's not forget what GameFam is doing. Bringing the FIFA 2025 Club World Cup to Roblox. That's another level of cool. Honestly, they're changing how we think about merchandising by integrating it into the gaming world.
Oh, totally. I mean, imagine you're playing in Roblox, and there's an ad for one of the team's jerseys or even clickable content leading to FIFA merch. It's merchandising inside a virtual world. Kind of surreal when you think about it.
Absolutely. It's like living in a sci-fi novel, isn't it? just earlier talking about Shopify partnering with Coinbase and Stripe for stablecoin payments. Now that's a smooth segue from virtual shopping to virtual currencies.
Right? It all ties together. Modern e-commerce isn't just about putting products online anymore. It's about creating immersive, interactive experiences where the line between digital and physical pretty much vanishes.
And looking at where things are heading, I'm curious to see how Amazon's logistics strategies will evolve, especially after those executive shakeups we're going to talk about next.
For sure, Rachel, considering how interconnected everything is, from the platform you shop on to how items are shipped to your doorstep. It's all one giant puzzle, each piece reliant on the other. Plus, let's not forget how these shifts could influence future marketing strategies.
Definitely. It's kind of like watching a game of dominoes, waiting to see which new trend will knock into the next. Super exciting times.
Absolutely, and speaking of excitement, let's keep our eyes peeled for those fresh content marketing ideas for July 2025. Always good to stay a few steps ahead, right?
Always, Max. Staying ahead means you're never playing catch up. It's all about looking forward and adapting, whether it's crafting killer content or nailing down your e-commerce strategy.
Couldn't agree more. So, folks, whether you're shopping, pinning, playing, or planning, stay tuned and keep innovating. Let's see where this wild world of e-commerce and marketing takes us next. All right, moving right along from our chat on e-commerce marketing. Super cool content ideas there, by the way. I think it's time we dive into something that's honestly a bit of a behemoth topic in the e-commerce world: logistics and supply chain management. Have you seen what Amazon is up to lately, Rachel?
Oh, I was just thinking about that. They're shaking things up again, aren't they? Reorganizing their healthcare business after some top execs decided to call it quits, right?
Exactly. It's like playing musical chairs over there. But here's the deal. It shows how serious Amazon is about cracking into the healthcare market. We're talking a multi-trillion-dollar arena. That's not just a splash. That's like a cannonball dive into the deep end.
That's a vivid picture, Max. But here's what I'm wondering. If they're restructuring things at such a big scale, what's the ripple effect going to be like across their entire logistics network? I mean, healthcare isn't exactly lightweight stuff like shipping books or gadgets.
Super good point. Healthcare logistics are a whole different beast due to all the regulations and the sensitivities around products. Like, you definitely don't want your medical supplies playing tag with porch pirates.
No way, that would be a nightmare. But it's not just Amazon stepping up its game. Did you hear about XPO?
Oh, the spin-off saga? Yeah, they're slicing off their truck brokerage to double down on less than truckload shipping. Seems like they're trying to streamline to stay competitive.
Think it's going to pay off?
It's a bold move, Rachel. But with everyone ordering everything online these days, tightening up on shipping efficiencies could be a real game changer.
Speaking of online orders, that brings us to grocers trying to hold their own against giants like Walmart in e-commerce. Grocery Dive had a neat piece on strategies they might use to level the playing field.
Oh, that connects back to our previous segment on e-commerce marketing. So, grocers picking up tricks from other sectors could be key. Like, what if they went all in with super personalized marketing, the way some niche e-commerce brands do? Mind blown.
That's such a good point. I mean, imagine if your local grocery store started sending you recipes based on your shopping habits. Hey, noticed you bought some basil and tomatoes. How about a fresh pizza tonight? I wouldn't be mad at that.
Oh, now you've made me hungry. But seriously, integrating tight supply chain management with clever marketing could really turn the tables for these grocers.
Exactly, and it would be fascinating to see how all these threads, from healthcare to grocery e-commerce, keep evolving.
Absolutely, and with all these moving parts, companies big and small need to stay agile, or they risk falling behind, right?
I couldn't agree more. It's all about adapting and finding new ways to connect with customers. Honestly, the hustle never stops.
You're telling me. All right, folks. It looks like whether it's healthcare logistics or fighting the giant that is Walmart, the key takeaway is innovation and adaptation in the supply chain. Wow, Rachel. Every week I think there's no way e-commerce can get more exciting, and here we are after episode 25, totally blown away.
I couldn't agree more, Max. Diving into how customer segmentation and AI are totally transforming shopping, it's more thrilling than my morning coffee.
And speaking of transformations, we got to give a shout out to Blicket.co. Have you guys seen the new website? It's like they pumped the essence of Scandinavia right into the design.
I know, right? It's all clean lines and fresh perspectives over there. And if you haven't checked it out yet, that's your to-do list talking.
Now, if any of you missed our segments on how Shopify is shaking things up with stablecoin or the latest trends in e-commerce from digital economies to smart logistics, guys, you're missing out.
Absolutely. Each segment today just tied back beautifully to why staying ahead with the latest in e-commerce is essential. For me, the discussions about integrating digital currencies stood out. It's not just about shopping anymore, it's about making those transactions smoother and safer.
And can we just have a moment for how social media and online shopping are combining forces? Seriously, the future is now, folks. And speaking of the future, you won't want to miss what's coming up next week.
Yes, if you enjoyed hanging out with us today, we'd love it if you joined us again next week. We'll be bringing more e-commerce news, and let's be real, probably a few of Max's terrible jokes.
Hey, they're not that terrible. Okay, maybe just a bit. But do visit blicket.co if you need more cool resources or just want to ogle that gorgeous new website design.
Thanks for tuning in with us today. Your company means the world to us, and we're here because of your support and enthusiasm.
Absolutely, our checkout point is never complete without you guys. It's been another thrilling week in the world of e-commerce, and we can't wait to catch up next week.
Until then, keep exploring, stay curious, and as always, keep shopping smart. Catch you next week.
Bye, everyone. Keep shining and see you at the next checkout.